Good morning. What?
You should do this one.
But it's see-through.
Yeah.
We did it twice.
Did you guys hear Reba? She just said good morning, too.
Yeah. So, I apologize if it's going bright, dark. Just close your eyes.
Just listen to the sound, the soothing sound of Jason Crocker's voice.
That does not allow Danielle to finish a sentence and then y'all get mad at me. At this point...
You guys should... This is what we do. I just didn't let you finish your sentence.
Oh, my God.
But you do it more than me, but...
No, I don't. You do it more, but I get blamed. I don't like the fact that this little poof right here is sticking out.
Your whole hair.
Baby, but that one poof.
Who votes Jason?
No, don't even talk about voting. We're going to get in trouble. Golly.
We're not talking about that. Just the whole head, this length.
Nope.
Just one length, and let it grow out.
No. Nope. It's almost at the point where I can get a normal haircut now. Anyways. What were we referring to? Oh. Me not letting you finish a sentence, people get upset. Guys, that's how my brain works. I don't care who it is. If I'm listening to them tell a story or anything like that, my brain's already like, oh, this is where they're going. What? On Saturday? And you'll be like, yeah, on Saturday we're going to... It's just... I can't help it. Do you ever try to... Are you thinking ahead what people are thinking?
I'm listening to what you're saying.
I say it ain't that I'm not listening.
And sometimes, like, while you're talking, I'll have, like, a thought on that.
Uh-huh.
But I used to interrupt a lot. Now, I try and, like, save it till you're done, but then...
That's not how it works, and then you're going to forget.
Typically, by the time there's a pause, it's like we're way on something else, and I forgot what I was going to say.
You can't sit and wait around here. You can't. It's not how it works. If you don't take the initiative to jump in, conversation's gone. You got to add in when you can add in.
Mm-hmm.
No, baby, don't me.
What?
See, she's trying to finish my sentence. I wasn't even done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
I think people were just saying that they want to hear the end of my thoughts. It's not about necessarily like us. It's just more so.
I know it's not about us. They want to hear you talking, not me. Jason's always stopping her and finishing the sentence. Won't even let her finish the sentence.
Yeah, it's just more so. I think it's more so they. At least that's how I took it. I don't know. Probably not.
The thing is if we're talking about something that we're already both aware of, I already know what she's gonna say, and then in my head, it's not like I'm purposely like trying to finish the sentence for it. It's just that's how it comes out. Yeah, I don't know. It happens to everybody. If we talk face to face, you'd see the same thing. I'd do it to you if I know what you're talking about. Anywho, it's like we talked before. It's if you know the person's intentions aren't bad, then it's not a bad situation. So y'all should know I'm clearly not trying to a lot of them do think I try to overpower you and you do what I say.
No.
There's a huge handful of people. There is.
Anyway.
Tell me there's not. And then they're going to take that screenshot of me like this when it has nothing to do, and you're looking at me down at your hand and be like, see? She's scared of the fist. People are crazy. Might hear some things making noises in the background. But we went out to Paragons yesterday. And then I went out the day before you'd worked. Mm-hmm. But finally got to see what they were doing. Mm-hmm. I think the majority of people who watch this probably already watched that.
Yeah.
We get about the same amount of views on here that went and watched that already. So I'm assuming we have a lot of the same consumers, viewers. So you guys saw as a shipping container. We haven't fully said what it is, but over the last 2 days, we physically have worked on it, and it's really coming along. We came across some kinks in the armor of it. Some things happened. We had to stop yesterday abruptly. Mm-hmm. I don't know how it's all going to play out in video, but it was a pretty interesting time.
What else happened?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah. So, funny but not funny situation happened while I was there.
Jason
No.
got an earful from me.
Oh,
I'll say that.
after. Yeah. So, we'll let y'all guys ponder and make up rumors about us right now
Yeah.
while y'all pretend. But it was interesting to say the least, but we got a lot of work done, and I'm very excited to be doing that because with Paragon and them, one, they're our friends, but two, it's something cool and exciting that I've never seen before. And then three, we're stuck in a weird spot that we physically just can't do anything. We're waiting. We're in that waiting period of them to do this, and we
Well,
bought material.
More so, we're waiting for material, not them to do this.
Well, both.
Yeah.
But
Because
it's...
we can work with the material while they work with that, but
Well,
it's just
Kind of, but we also need other stuff done before we could do... There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on. So, we're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So, there's not a lot we could do right now as far as a house build goes. And we get it. Some people are getting upset and being like, I'm tired of this. Y'all aren't building.
Trust us.
We're
take
more
your
tired of it.
upsetness
Yeah.
and you times it by
100,
50 million trillion.
We're over it at this point.
We would like a house.
Yeah.
Trust and believe that.
I would love just to be able to start building. Just knowing that we started, I would love. We were very, very, very excited getting the slab poured, and never did we ever think it was going to be. It's been 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks at this point since it's been poured, and never did I think that was going to happen. I thought, all right, we're going to hire this out. It'll go quick. We'll move on. We'll do this. And it ended up being one of the longest things we've ever dealt with.
Yeah.
And a huge headache. And it's just one of those things that just reminds me, like, do as much as you can by yourself if you think you have the knowledge to do it. I'm definitely not saying go out there and do everything yourself if you don't know what you're doing. I still think you should try if you think you have the skills to do it. But as far as we go, could we have poured our own slab? Yes. How would it have turned out? We have no clue. No clue at all. We could have done it, but could we have done it good? Just as good as this? Better? Worse? Who knows? We're not sure, so we were going to hire it out and then start doing all the stuff that we know we could do. And it just didn't play out that way, and I don't know why. It has played out this way. It seems like in life, stuff that you think is just going to go simple or easy or well or whatever, it never plays out that way. If I ever tell this, what is Dan? Look at her face. I won't even say it. You say it.
This shouldn't take long.
If I say this shouldn't take long, you can go ahead and just think.
Well, that's what you say with every single thing.
It doesn't take as long as 5 weeks.
Yeah. So, just anything we do, whether it's one part of the project or the whole
Yeah.
project itself, is like, this shouldn't take long. And then I just laugh because
Normally it takes longer.
About, if you say it's going to be like 2 hours, it's going to be 2 weeks.
Well, depends. Normally, the way I say it is, if everything goes nice and smooth,
Yeah.
this shouldn't take long. But nothing ever goes nice and smooth. Something always happens. But that's something that we have already learned to add into the process of things is we already know, all right, we think we can do this in 2 days. It's probably going to take 4. You know, it might take a week. It might be whatever. But that's with us actually doing it and trying and doing all stuff. Now with this, it's just straight up hold up and wait. Which has been very, very difficult for us. And we've been on the fence of our feelings on things. What we should hire out, what we shouldn't hire out, what we should try to do ourselves. Is it even worth hiring out? Even if we do mess it up a little bit, would we be better off doing it ourselves because it can get done quicker? There's a lot of different things. And I think this is just like a true testament of don't think just because you watch people online and they build houses that it goes easy, it goes smooth, that it's always happy-go-lucky, that whatever. A lot of these big channels, they post like once a week and they take the best parts of all of it and put it in a big video, and it's normally like there's storytelling in it, and it's real nice, and this and that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but
As a viewer, that's a great thing to watch.
it's perfect. You don't want to
Because
watch the bad stuff.
Yeah,
You don't
because
want to watch.
Again, this is all entertainment.
Yeah.
So that's a great format
It
to
is.
do.
But for people watching so they can go build their own house and do stuff, there's a lot of variables in there that go wrong. And boy, do they go wrong. And then you have to figure out how to fix it. And maybe you dumped a bunch of money into this part. And then you got to... There's a lot to it. And no situation will ever be the same. So... you know, a lot of you guys might think like, oh, well, I want to build a house. I got to be real careful when pouring my slab. But your slab pour might go great. But building your walls might go wrong. Or, you know, you never know. But it's like I said, we probably get ourselves in trouble because we talk so much and we put so much of our lives out there. And it gets it to the point where maybe people are upset about something we said politically, even though we weren't trying to talk politics or whatever it may be. People
And
take
then even
things,
whenever we explain it, they're like,
It
no,
don't
that's
matter.
not what you meant. I'm like, I'm actually telling
this
you.
is our life. We know what we said.
I'm literally telling you what I meant. And they're like, no.
Yeah. No, I know what you meant.
What do you mean?
They're like, you're just backpedaling now.
It's like, yeah, it's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm literally telling you what
I know what my intentions were.
I'm telling you what I meant by this. And they're like, no. What? That's the most crazy thing to me.
To argue about your own life.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm literally telling you what me personally
Yeah.
meant. Who knows what I meant more than me?
Me.
You know what I'm saying? That's just meant like us.
I know. So I did
But-
the title the other day about doing the fence. Surprised my wife with the fence whatever. And someone said, your wife? I say, we're married, so that makes her my wife.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
fake anyway.
Yeah.
Remember?
But then how would I have the shirt on?
Oh yeah, the mother-in-law.
Yeah. But
Yeah, when we talk, it gets us in trouble. Whether it's that, even though we explain, or people think we're doing videos about them, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, but
if the shoe fits,
then
wear them suckers and run off.
That's like happened so many
Oh,
times.
I can't tell you how many times.
And then again, it's still like, if we explain it, it's still like, no.
Yeah. Well, the best thing is when we do videos and people tell us, that's not how it went. You didn't show this. I'm like, are you here and I don't know it? How you going to tell me what I edited out of the video? Are you kidding me? You're going to tell me what was make-believe here on our property? Like, you're going to tell me what we did and didn't do?
Yeah.
Unless you're hiding in the woods somewhere watching, I don't know how you're going to tell me what I did or didn't do. And then argue and fight with me over it. I'm like, we're at the point where like, block, delete, see ya, hide from channel.
Well, it is a good perspective when it is something as ridiculous as I'm telling you what I meant by something, and then you're fighting with me.
About what you meant.
Yeah, so it's like,
It's ridiculous.
you don't know me.
Yeah.
Two, again, I know more about what I meant because I'm the one who said it or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a good perspective as if you get into the trolls and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, you don't know.
They don't know a lot of things. They don't know education. They don't know. A lot of the trolls are some of the dumbest people you'll ever come across. And that's not a personal attack on any one of them. They're all the same. So that's a nice blanket statement overall. And they're just dumb. I mean, straight dumb. And so it took a while to learn that because my whole thing was when I read comments, starting with YouTube, I always thought of it as if I was commenting that to somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because then I'm like if I were that person thinking this way, this is how I would react or why I would say it. But I'm like, oh, wait, no, these guys are stupid. Like, that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, because they're stupid. And I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the world. Clearly, that's not even close to being a fact. But at least the way I perceive things is how I would say something, handle a situation, perceive something. But that's not the case. That probably makes no sense to anybody, but it's like, don't do something, don't expect other people to have the same expectations as you do. that's the same when it comes to comments. Is no one thinks like you do, so they're thinking in their own weird way. And
I know this topic is, I don't know, it's like beating in the dead horse and whatever that saying is.
Yeah.
Over and over again, too.
But
and,
it's our life.
Yeah, and it's hard for some people to relate. But some people can.
Yeah, and we're not spending our time building, so what else we can talk about?
How'd you sleep last night?
Decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I woke up I remember waking up and you had just let Rufio out. So I don't know what time that was.
That was like 5:30.
Oh. So slept pretty good then.
Yeah.
And then I went back to sleep and then I woke up and as soon as I roll over and if you're on your phone, I'm like, it's got to be at least 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally between us two, one of us will, whoever gets up first, it's somewhere between 4 and 5. It's never we wake up at like 7. Mm-hmm. It's one of us always woke up pretty early. So I'm like, what time is it? What was it? You're like 6, almost 6. And I was like, all right, dang, good, feel good.
Well, I slept like booty.
Yeah.
Rufio, as you know, we keep him in the camper at night. He's an old man.
Yeah, he's the oldest one of all of them.
So he sleeps in the camper. Tubi's the young ones. They go crazy in there sometimes, and just
not
so
crazy. They bark at stuff. They're not going crazy.
And Addie, like they just play in there.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, not bark at stuff.
They'll take it wrong what you said.
What I meant.
They're all in there fighting, and Rufio can't take it.
What I meant was take it or leave it.
Okay, go ahead and bring it back.
Huh?
It's like they say in the comments.
What?
We're trying to walk it back.
Oh.
Forget it.
But anyway, so they play in there and stuff, and Rufio just wants to sleep like he is right now. That's all he does. So he sleeps in there, but he literally wakes up it's gotta be every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like more than that.
Rolls over, gets off the
And
cushion,
every
gets
time
on, gets
he
off.
wakes up, I hear him and it wakes me up. I just don't sleep at all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, trying to take on the day with no sleep and not be cranky is a little tough.
Yeah. And it's going to be crazy windy. It's been, the last couple of days have been insane with the wind. And we're supposed to get severe storms tonight between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Potential tornadoes, high winds, all that type of stuff. Hopefully it'll end up blowing over and it won't be anything. But you just never know.
We can use the rain. Oklahoma can use the rain. Prayers for firefighters, everybody out there.
So dry.
Yeah, there's fires going on.
It don't take much to get it going. It is dry. Luckily for us, we got a lot of dirt. So if someone were to throw out a cigarette butt or something in the ditch, it's only going so far. But if it gets into the woods on the side of us, we are screwed. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what we would do.
Yeah.
I just stand on the side with a water hose. Stay over there, please. We would be screwed.
Yeah.
Luckily, I think we've got enough trees out of the way on our important part that it'd be all right. But you never want anybody's stuff to burn up. But yeah, it is
we
dry.
need rain.
Yeah.
So we need rain. Thankful for that coming, but don't need the naders.
No.
So.
And I've been, she's been at work, but I've been running the generator nonstop, keeping water in the pond for the animals. Luckily,
they also have the trough, but this is for them to get in.
Yeah, that's what I was. We have a pig. Pigs want to get in water.
Yeah.
And then I was about to say, we're lucky it's not as hot. It's still been warm, but lucky it hasn't been as hot as it been. But it's still been up in the 90s, going into the 90s. So we want to keep water in there so Lambo can get in and cool off, as most of y'all guys probably know by now. Highlands get in water to cool off. That really helps them out. And then Reba will get in a little bit, but not really. Lambo's the one that'll get in there. And then a pig. So we're trying to keep at least enough water. Clearly, we're not going to fill it up, and it's been drying up like crazy around here. A lot of these ponds are empty, and then there's like a big, I guess we'll call it a lake. It's a huge pond, but it's a lake. It's big, and that sucker.
It's a reservoir.
It's drying up like crazy. So I'm just very thankful we even have water in that pond.
It's crazy.
So
it holds
Yeah, it
we
does.
know that.
It does.
We just need a direct water flow to it
Yeah.
during the rainy season, and
We'll get there this season.
be good.
Yeah, we have multiple things in mind to do that, and it'll work great. But yeah, I don't know how the next several days are gonna go as far as weather, or
are we going live?
maybe that also
Depends on weather.
weather. I don't know. We will potentially go live tonight if we possibly can. But we're just trying to figure all that out and get it situated and stuff. And we're just in a weird funk right now of what we can and can't do. And it's a weird thing too, because concrete work and buying all the materials and all that stuff, you're throwing down a lot. I mean, thousands upon thousands of dollars. Like,
That just depends.
it's scary.
Yeah.
When you have a lot of money invested and you can't really do anything, and you're waiting, and you're talking. It's a lot. It's not. We're not throwing down $500 and waiting. It's a lot of money to where it's like, God, this sucks. It absolutely sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just where we're at. There ain't no other way to tell you guys how we feel other than all that. But it's very frustrating and nerve-wracking, and we're anxious and we're stressed, and I don't know.
But hey,
We have each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
You interrupted me.
But we love each other so much we can finish each other's sentences.
I thought you were.
Don't rub my ear like that.
I thought you were gonna stop and. I thought you were gonna stop and have me say sentences.
No,
But
I would prefer to finish them. You start it, I'll finish it, just like our arguments.
Hey, that's true.
Um,
Just kidding. I don't be picking fights.
I didn't.
Start.
I meant more of like, I didn't mean that you start to see how my words get. I'm walking back now. You think our calves would be strong as this poo because we're always walking back. Just call us Michael Jackson.
Don't call us that. Literally, last time I did a hee laugh, you said no.
But I did it. It's okay if I do. All right, guys, we got some animals.
Things to handle. Can you hear it?
Y'all should have this whole time. So, all right, guys, if you haven't, go check out Paragon's video. They should have another video coming, probably not today, but maybe tomorrow, maybe. I don't know how quick they're going to be.
It's a fun project that you guys are going to like.
It is, and things are already getting squirrely. When the Crockers are involved, and it wasn't even my fault. Well, one thing happened to me, which we'll talk about at some point, but the other thing, I'm just going to put it out there. Jeremy did it. Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah. And also, it is very entertaining watching
Jeremy and I work.
Yeah. And then Chrissy, too.
Yeah.
I like what you three.
If y'all think there's drama with us, y'all should see us and Paragon together. It's wild.
It's so funny.
Here, finish this.
I was just saying, it's entertaining.
It does make work fun.
I think we're funny.
We're laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't care if anyone else laughs. As long as I'm laughing, that's all I care about. All right, guys, I gotta go poo. Catch you on the next one. We got stuff to do. I gotta poo. Bye.